Everybody wants success. That's what we fight for. We want to be successful, we want to pay our bills, we want to make an impact. Now let me just tell you one thing right now. All of those things, or some of those things, are contradictory, okay? Because you cannot make an impact and be comfortable. Success is not always what you think it is. And if you achieve it trying to bypass and take a shortcut, you really don't achieve success. So you really have to have a real measure of what success looks like. So you can make a lot of money and not be successful. You can have a career and not be successful. You might be successful in that particular thing, that one thing, but most people want it all. They want to have the great life, the great family life, the bring in the money. You really have an idea of it all. And when people challenge that, you feel guilty. You're like, well, I can't have it all, so I pick. The truth of the matter is that even when people are challenging you on what you can have, most people are not really coming from a standpoint of being honest and open about what you can have and what success is. The real meaning and the real thing of success is when you know who you are. Because when you know who you are, you view success differently. When I tell you there is a great awakening that is happening everywhere, you're not alone. You're not some idiot person out here, because things are changing. And things are changing not just for you, but globally. There is a whole thing now where we are starting to embrace things that we've never embraced before. So whereas you've been used to, in my generation and the generation before, when it came to feelings and emotions, we were told to suck it up and just handle it. One thing we're learning now that we did not know then is that we really wasn't sucking it up. However you feel promotes and enhances and determines what you think. And when you think a certain way, then that governs your actions. So while we were being taught a means of survival, is not a way to thrive. You cannot thrive. So you cannot thrive if you're only taught to survive. That's all you can do. And now we're realizing that surviving isn't enough. If I hear one more person say, I'm not trying to be rich, I'm trying to be comfortable, guess what? Comfortable increases. The cost of living increases. So when you say that, you're saying you're going to always have to deal with an increase, because guess what? You do not control inflation. And like I tell people, because I deal in money, comfortable is not a number. It is a word, but it is not a number. And guess what? It is an immeasurable word, because it is always changing. So when you say that, you got to be real with yourself and start thinking like, okay, let me give a dollar amount. Let me think about it, and let me not limit what I can have and what I can do. Now, you want to work smarter and not harder. That's a totally different statement. But the words you use and the way you understand what you're saying determines everything. People that do not put words to what they feel are always destined to repeat cycles, because you cannot change what you don't understand and you can't articulate. You cannot confront and overcome what you don't know and you cannot put words to. So when I tell you your voice matters in every area. There's a great awakening going on. Embrace the awakening, make the changes. It is so worth it. It's been your girl, Candy with Kim.